We will record. Okay, so thank you. So of course, class, we will discuss, of course, yung human rights education before tayo mag-proceed sa criminal law book 2. Okay? So of course, medyo ano to siya. Actually, sa board exam, only 5 possible questions lang ang lalabas sa human rights education. But then again, ang TOS, it only serve as a guideline. Hindi naman yan nasusunod talaga kung ilang number. So possible lang na 5 questions. So of course, kailangan natin din paghandaan yung mga questions na yon in case. Kahit 10 yan, 15 or 20 questions, still, kailangan natin i-prepare yung mga discussion natin. Okay? So again, ang subject natin, class, for this evening is human rights education. Please make sure na naka-off yung mga microphone niyo para hindi makadistract sa iba. O i-mute ko na lang. Okay? Okay. Then, dito tayo, class. Mag-start tayo sa first, of course, question natin. Okay? So, question number 1, it is issued by the Superior Court for the re-examination of an action of a lower court. Again, it is issued by the Superior Court for the examination of an action of a lower court. Letter A, writ of kalikasan. Letter B, writ of mandamus. Letter C, writ of prohibition. And letter D, writ of certiorari. Okay, your timer starts now. So lahat kayo, class, mag-participate para, of course, merong participation ng lahat. Okay, so ayan. Okay, good. So, ayan. Letter D, writ of certiorari. Ano yung sagot ng iba? So, yung lahat ng mga writ na yan, class, i-explain natin yan mamaya. Okay. Sige, let's answer this question. So again, it is issued by the Superior Court for the re-examination of an action of a lower court. Ibig sabihin, binibigay yan ng lower court class sa mababang hukuman. Halimbawa, yung Supreme Court, mag-issue niyan sa RTC or the Court of Appeals para i-examine ulit yung action or yung decision na ginawa nila yung mga lower courts natin. Ang sagot natin dyan, that is, of course, that is letter D. Very good. That is writ of certiorari or the writ of certiorari. So don't worry, class, yung writ of kalikasan and mandamus and prohibition, i-explain natin yan further on the following slides. But of course, meron tayong sub-question pa dito. Okay, number 2 question. It compels the lower court to perform or to rule some issue. Again, it compels the lower court to rule some issue. So ang tandaan niyo lang dyan, class, ang focus niyo dito para makuha yung sagot is yung compels na term. Compels. Okay? So meaning yan yung keyword natin. Sige, what is your answer on the comment section? Okay, si Mondelo, letter C. Ay, hindi, letter B pala siya, sorry. Okay, so our answer, lahat sumagot class ay yung 19. May letter B, may letter C. Okay, so hintayin natin yung iba. May mandamus, may prohibition. Sige nga. Okay, tandaan ninyo, focus ninyo is compel. Okay, from the word itself, compel, makukuha nyo na yung sagot. Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, that is letter B. Okay? Writ of mandamus. Okay, tingnan nyo, to mandate is to compel, okay, the lower court class to perform or to rule some issue. Ibig sabihin, halimbawa, sinasabihan niya ng yung lower court to perform or pagdesisyonan yung mga bagay na yun or yung mga kaso na yun. So, from the word itself, mandamus, ibig sabihin to mandate. Di ba? So that's why ang sawag natin dyan is the writ of mandamus or that is letter B. Nakuha ninyo? Nakuha ba, class?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Let's move on sa next slide. Okay. So dito, dito i-explain natin one by one yung mga tinatawag natin ng mga writ na yan. Of course, tandaan yung class, pag sinabi natin yung term or na-encounter nyo yung term na writ, ang ibig sabihin yung class, that is an order. Ulitin ko. Pag na-encounter nyo yung tawag natin na writ, ibig sabihin that is an order. So halimbawa, writ of habeas corpus. Ang writ of habeas corpus class, that yung literal na meaning niya or yung literal definition niya, you shall have the body or you produce the body. Ulitin natin. Ang writ of habeas corpus, ang ibig sabihin niyan, you shall have the body or you produce the body. So meaning, ang writ of habeas corpus, it is your protection against unlawful and indefinite imprisonment. Again, pag sinabi natin writ of habeas corpus, that is unlawful protection against indefinite imprisonment. Ano pong subject, sir? Kasi narinig ko lang, di ko ma-view. Signal calling po. Human rights tayo, human rights ngayon. Okay? So mamaya ano nyo na lang i-review. Again, ang writ of habeas corpus class, literal definition niya, you shall have the body or you produce the body. So yan yung ini-issue class ng korte kapag halimbawa sa member of your family may nakulong or may kinulong tapos hindi nilalabas. Tapos halimbawa may idea kayo kung sino yung possible na kinulong or nagkulong sa kanya. So that's why yan yung i-request or yan yung ilalabas ng korte. So meaning, ang writ of habeas corpus class, dead or alive, ilalabas mo ngayon ang katawan ng tao na yon. Yung nakasulat dyan sa tinatawag natin na writ of habeas corpus kasi nga it is an order. So again, ang writ of habeas corpus, ang literal definition niya, you shall have the body. But then again, ang meaning niya yan, it is the protection against unlawful and indefinite imprisonment. Yung bigla ka na lang nawala or bigla ka na lang tinago. Okay, so yun yung writ of habeas corpus. Then we have, of course, second, the writ of amparo. Yung word na writ, of course, there is an order. Ang amparo class, that is literally means protection. Okay? It is a protection kapag yung right to life mo, yung liberty and security is violated or treated. Halimbawa, may umaaligid-aligid sa bahay ninyo, tapos every time parang sinusundan ka. So, ibig sabihin, yung buhay mo, yung liberty or yung freedom mo, yung security mo is in danger or is violated or treated. So, ang kukunin or ang ilalabas ng korte is the writ of amparo. So, kapag ganun, maglalabas or mag-order ang korte class ng tinatawag natin ngayon ng mga police officer para magbantay sa bahay ninyo, okay? Para for your protection. So yan yung tinatawag natin na writ of amparo. It is a protection kapag yung life mo, liberty and security is violated or treated. Okay? So yan yung tanda niyo, writ of amparo. Then we have the writ of habeas corpus. Ang writ of habeas corpus class, request data rather, sorry. Writ of habeas data, from the word itself, data, ibig sabihin, that is your right to privacy. Okay? So that is your right of privacy. So halimbawa, wala ka na talagang privacy or yung cellphone mo or yung laptop mo or yung PC mo is na-hack. Okay? So yan, para mabawi mo yung mga information na yon, that is yung ilalabas ng korte. The right or the writ of habeas data or that is against your constitutional right, which is the right to privacy. Okay? So yun yung tinatawag natin na writ of habeas data. Then we have the writ of kalikasan. Ang writ of kalikasan, from the word itself, kalikasan, ibig sabihin, it provides protection class of your constitutional rights to a healthy environment. Ibig sabihin, syempre, karapatan mo rin na magkaroon ng healthy environment or malinis na environment class. Kasi ang purpose ng writ of kalikasan class, of course, ma-preserve natin or mapangalagaan natin yung natural resources na meron tayo. That's why writ of kalikasan. So that's why kapag halimbawa, may na-encounter kayo or halimbawa, nagmimina sila tapos walang ano pala yan, walang license or on the other hand, merong pumuputol ng mga puno na wala namang lisensya. So nakakalbo na yung ating kalupaan. So that's why ang writ of kalikasan ngayon ang ilalabas ng korte or halimbawa na mga nagda-dynamite fishing and so on. So meaning, ang purpose kasi niyan is para for the next generation to come, meron pa silang maranasan, di ba? Pagdating ng araw. So yan yung tinatawag natin na writ of kalikasan. Okay, that is your right or that is your constitutional rights to have a healthy environment that is in accord with the rhythm of nature. Then of course, we have the writ of mandamus. Kanina, may nagkamali sa inyo kasi pag sinabi natin mandamus ka, ibig sabihin you compel, which is actually a remedy ng korte class. Compelling, ibig sabihin inuutusan yung lower court class to perform or to rule some issue. Again, ang writ of mandamus, it compel or it mandates the lower court to perform or to rule some issue. Ibig sabihin, okay, i-trial and hearing nyo to. So that is the writ of mandamus. Okay, you are compelling the lower court to perform or to rule on some issue. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Then we have the writ of prohibition. Ang prohibition naman to forbid. Ibig sabihin, okay, kaya nga pinoprohibit. It is issued by a higher court class to a lower court to prevent from exceeding its jurisdiction or usurping. Ibig sabihin, ang tinatawag natin na writ of prohibition, okay? So ang writ of prohibition class, sinabi niya, prevent from exceeding its jurisdiction. Okay, halimbawa, yung basta-basta na lang magbigay ng desisyon yung judge that is not allowed or wala naman siyang jurisdiction. Di ba pag sinabi natin jurisdiction, that is the power and authority of the court to hear, try, and decide cases. And of course, we have the usurping. Ang usurping, ibig sabihin, yung judge, okay, so to own or sa kaniyang benefits or sa kaniyang advantage, kumaga he took advantage of the yung nalalaman niya or yung kaniyang trabaho mismo as a judge. Okay, to prevent from exceeding its jurisdiction. Halimbawa, okay, sobra-sobra or hindi mo na dapat yun gawin, but then again, you usurp, ibig sabihin parang you took advantage of your position, of your power. Okay, that is usurpation. Then we have the writ of certiorari. It is issued by Superior Court for the re-examination of action of a lower court. Ay, sorry, balikan muna natin. Okay. So again, pag sinabi natin writ of prohibition class, to forbid. Ang ibang example or ang another example class sa writ of prohibition, halimbawa, nagkataon class na yung judge is connected or kamag-anak niya yung accused or kamag-anak niya yung victim. So yun yung ilalabas ngayon ng korte. Writ of prohibition, ibig sabihin, huwag mong hawakan ang kaso na yan kasi of course magkakaroon ng conflict of interest. So ayan, yan yung ilalabas niya, yung writ of prohibition. So meaning, you forbid yourself. Ibig sabihin, ilayo mo yung sarili mo dyan. Ibigay mo sa ibang judges ang pag-trial and hearing sa kaso na yan. So ang writ na tawag natin dyan is the writ of prohibition. You forbid or prevent the person from exceeding its jurisdiction or usurping. Kaya hindi natin sabihin na fair ang judge, but then again, malay mo, di ba? In case na naman. So, naninigurado lang ang batas natin. So, that's why ang ilalabas niya is the writ of prohibition. Then, ang writ of certiorari, it is issued by a superior court for the re-examination of an action of a lower court. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pwede mo bang na-examine ulit yung nagawan mo ng decision or verdict. Okay? So that is the writ of certiorari. So again, ang writ of certiorari, okay, that is issued by the superior court para sa re-examination of an action by the lower court. Tandaan niyo ulit, pag sinabi natin writ, it is an order. Ulitin ko. Pag sinabi natin writ of habeas corpus, ibig sabihin, that is your protection against unlawful and indefinite imprisonment. While ang amparo, of course, that is your protection kapag yung buhay mo is nanganganib or in danger or threatened. Or ang writ of habeas data naman, that is your right of privacy. Writ of kalikasan, that is your constitutional rights against to have a healthy environment. Writ of mandamus naman, that is your remedy that compel or inuutusan ang lower court to rule some issue. While ang writ of prohibition naman, to forbid or to, ibig sabihin, ilayo mo yung sarili mo, or that is for the purpose to prevent from exceeding its jurisdiction or usurpation of authority. Then, of course, we have the writ of certiorari. Ang writ of certiorari, ini-issue yan ng Superior Court for the lower court to re-examine or ulitin ang pag-trial and hearing ng kaso or ng case or ng matter na yan. Okay? So, yan. I hope naintindihan ninyo yung kaibahan ng yung mga writ na to. Again, ang writ that is an order by the court. And of course, we have the illustration here dito sa ating ano. So, Philippines and Japan is at war due to limited member of the armed forces. Lino was among those ordered by the state to serve in the military because he is a graduate in ROTC. Lino denied the order for reason that he is afraid to die. He also reasoned out that compelling him to join the military is against his constitutional right to involuntary servitude. Is Lino correct? Tama ba si Lino, class? Yes or no nga doon sa comment section. Basahin niyo ulit ang question, class, then sagutan ninyo. Okay, so hihintayin ko ang sagot ninyo, class, sa comment section natin. No. Si JB, no. Where are the others? Sige, sagot kayo, class. And voluntary servitude. No, coerdy. Ayan. Bakit kaya? Of course, ang sagot natin dyan, class, let's answer this one. Ang sagot natin dyan, of course, Lino is incorrect. Of course, that is no. Okay, the state is under the war with another country and is in need of additional soldiers. Of course, his order to join the military did not violate his constitutional right, class, to involuntary servitude. Calling a Filipino citizen to defend the country in case of war is an exemption to involuntary servitude. It is authorized pursuant to the Section 4, Article 2 of the 1987 Constitution. Ibig sabihin, kapag in case of war, class, kapag naubusan na, halimbawa ng police or ng military personnel, wala kang magagawa kundi whether you like it or not, kailangan mong depensahan or kailangan mong i-defend ang country mo in case of war. Okay? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin that is against your rights to involuntary servitude. No, that is exemption, class, kasi that is authorized under our Constitution. Ibig sabihin, in case of war, okay, lahat tayo, di ba? Kaya nga meron tayong ROTC, Reserve Officer Candidate Course or our training course rather. Ibig sabihin, in times of war, kailangan mong depensahan ang sarili mo as an additional soldiers. Mamatay man, okay, o mabuhay. Nakuha ninyo? Nakuha ba, class? Nakuha ba? Okay na?
Sir.
Okay, good. Okay, next. Marami pa tayong mga illustration dyan mamaya class ha. Okay, so meron tayong tinatawag the right to involuntary servitude. That is under Section 18 class, so paragraph 2. Nakalagay dyan, no involuntary servitude in any form shall exist except as punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been convicted. Ibig sabihin, of course, hindi mo pwedeng pilitin class na maging member ng armed forces or ng police ang isang tao. But then again, pagdating in times of war class, kailangan mo rin depensahan ang bansa mo. Kasi di ba, meron tayong tinatawag na sense of nationalism. Ibig sabihin, meron kang loyalty to your country. Kapag halimbawa, hindi mo dinepensahan ang bansa mo, ibig sabihin, treason yan. Okay? Wala kang loyalty sa country mo in times of war. So yun yung tinatawag natin na rights against involuntary servitude. Ibig sabihin, of course, wala silang karapatan na i-compel ka or napilitin ka na maging member ng military or police force. But then again, in times of war, wala kang magagawa. You must defend your country in any forms. Kapag kailangan nila yung, of course, yung force. Halimbawa, nauubusan na, nalalagas na, okay? Kahit hindi ka marunong gumamit ng baril, kailangan mong matutunan yan. Okay? That is the rights against involuntary servitude. Okay, dito naman tayo. Preliminary investigation, the right to appeal from the judgment pursuant to the rules of court, and the right to succession under the civil law is under what classification of rights? Again, PI, the right to appeal from the judgment pursuant to the rules of court, and the right to succession under the civil law is under what classifications of right? Letter A, inherent or natural rights. Letter B, constitutional rights. Letter C, statutory rights. And letter D, political rights. Okay? So I will read your answer on the comment section first. Letter C. Saan yung iba? Letter C. Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, yung PI, the right to appeal. Of course, ang sagot natin dyan, that is statutory rights. Okay, very good class. That is letter C. Kasi of course, ang constitutional rights class, yun yung tinatawag natin or makikita natin sa Article 3 or yung Bill of Rights of the Constitution, di ba? Yun yung set of rights of an individual granted, of course, by the Constitution. While ang statutory rights, of course, it is statutory, ibig sabihin, ginawa yan or binigay yan ng special law. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng constitutional rights. Okay? Constitutional rights. Then, of course, we have inherent or natural rights. Pag sinabi natin inherent or natural rights class, that is, those are rights you enjoy as a human being. Okay? Kahit hindi na ibigay yan ng constitution, kahit hindi na ibigay yan ng special law. So that's why it is an inherent or natural rights. Then, of course, we have the political rights. Pag sinabi natin political rights, of course, yung involvement mo in the community or the society. Halimbawa, the right to vote or yung iboto ka, ay magboto ka and of course be voted for in the public office. So yan yung mga example class ng political rights. Again, ang PI class, the right to appeal from judgment, of course yung mga rules on succession, that is also considered or tinatawag natin yan na statutory rights kasi nga binigay yan ng ating special law. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Then of course, let's have another question here. Okay, a process to compel the attendance of a person in court so that he may give testimony therein. Again, a process to compel the attendance of a person in court so that he may give a testimony therein. A, natural rights. Letter B, subpoena, desisticum. Letter C, subpoena ad testificandum. And letter D, statutory rights. Okay, your timer starts now. Sinasabi dyan na kailangan yung attendance or kailangan mag-appear yung tao para mag-testify siya in court. So what kind, ano yung sagot natin dyan, class? $11. Okay, how about others? 24 tayo, class. So dapat pag umabot ng 20 answers, sasagutin ko na. $17. Okay, so let's try to answer. Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, okay, so that is letter C. Okay, subpoena ad testificandum. Ibig sabihin, magte-testify siya. Kasi ang subpoena cast, subpoena justisticum, ibig sabihin, you bring the document. Okay, document ang ibig sabihin niya, docs. Ibig sabihin, dalhin mo or pumunta ka sa korte, dalhin mo yung necessary documents para makapag-testify ka in court. Ang tawag natin dyan is subpoena justisticum or justisticum. Ang subpoena ad testificandum, ang kailangan na doon, i-compel ka ngayon or kailangan, requirement talaga na pumunta ka sa korte para mag-testify in court. That is subpoena ad testificandum. Okay, very good. So ang sagot natin dyan, that is letter C, subpoena ad testificandum. Okay. So next. Okay, so dalawa yung subpoena natin, class. We had subpoena justisticum and subpoena ad testificandum. So explain natin one by one. Ang subpoena justisticum, class, it is a writ or it is an order by which a person is required to produce documents and evidence. Ibig sabihin yan, kailangan before ka pumunta sa korte, dala mo yung documents, dala mo yung mga necessary or pertinent documents na hinahanap ng korte. Of course, ikaw yung mismo yung magdala niyan personally. Kaya ang tawag natin dyan, subpoena ad justisticum. Tandaan nyo lang yung term na justice, ibig sabihin, it talks about the document. So that was subpoena ad justisticum. Then we have subpoena ad testificandum naman, ibig sabihin, it is a process to compel the attendance of a person in court so that he may give testimony therein. Ibig sabihin, ang kinocompel lang sa'yo na mag-appear ka sa korte, okay, wala kang kailangan dalhin, wala kang kailangan bitbitin, okay, ang kailangan lang yung attendance mo, yung presence mo in court so that whatever questions na may raise ng judge or ng ano doon sa loob or yung whatever your testimony, doon mo sabihin. So yan yung subpoena justisticum and subpoena ad testificandum. Naintindihan nyo, class? Naintindihan nyo ba? Okay lang?
Yes, sir. Okay lang po.
Okay, good. Sige, next. Let's proceed now sa next. Okay. Next question. This is a right where everybody shall avail the procedural law of due process. Again, this is the right where everybody shall avail the procedural law of due process. Letter A, inherent or natural. B, constitutional. Letter C, statutory. And letter D, political rights. Okay, so magtatawag ako class ng magbabasa ha para hindi masyado maubos yung boses ko. Okay? So pwede mag-volunteer class ha para maganda yung discussion natin. Letter B, constitutional. Okay, tingnan natin mamaya. Three. Okay, so dapat maka 20 ang sumagot tapos explain natin one by one. Three. Okay, medyo nadagdagan tayo. May pinapost ako dyan class ha. So dapat nababasa niyo yan or napapanood din yun. Okay, so let's answer. This is the right where everybody shall avail the procedural due process of law. Of course, that is statutory rights. Okay? Na-prank kayo, no? Ang sagot ninyo, constitutional rights. Okay, so again, class, to avail the procedural law of due process, of course, that is statutory rights. That is letter C, statutory rights in class. Okay, halimbawa, the right to appeal, the right to preliminary investigation, and so on. Those are statutory rights class. Okay? Kasi nga, di ba, ang matatawag natin na constitutional rights, okay? Avail, di ba? Nakita ninyo yung kakamali ninyo. Pag sinabi natin constitutional rights class, those are nakalagay sa Bill of Rights, di ba? Yung sa nakalagay dyan, the right where everybody shall avail the procedural law of due process. Halimbawa, the right to appeal, di ba? The right to preliminary investigation, and so on. So those are statutory rights class. That is letter C. Okay? Letter C ang sagot natin dyan. Okay, let's proceed now. Okay, so we have the classification of rights class. Okay, number one, we have inherent or natural rights. That is the rights enjoyed by a person as a human. Okay, so inherent or natural rights. The right to live, di ba? Okay, the right to breathe, di ba? So anything, class, that is we enjoy as a human being or as a person na hindi binigay ng konstitusyon, na hindi binigay ng batas, those are considered inherent or natural rights. Then we have, of course, the right to live, to love, to marry, the right to buy and own property. So those are inherent or natural rights. Again, ang inherent or natural rights, these are rights or those are rights enjoyed by a person as a human. Okay? So, na hindi kailangan ibigay. Okay? So, naman, bawal kang buhay, di ba? The right to love. Okay? So, meaning, may karapatan kang magmahal kung sino yan. Okay? So, yan. To marry the person, the right to buy and own property. So that is inherent or natural rights na ini-enjoy ng tao. Okay? So inherent yan. Then, of course, we have the constitutional rights. Ang constitutional rights naman, of course, these rights are enshrined or nakalagay yan in Article 3 of the 1987 Constitution. Yun yung Bill of Rights class. Kasi again, pag sinabi natin Bill of Rights, those are the set of rights of an individual. Then, of course, yung example ng constitutional rights, so we have the rights against unreasonable searches and seizures, the rights against ex post facto law or Bill of Attainder, and the rights of the accused set forth in the Bill of Rights. Those are the constitutional rights na meron tayo, class. Then, of course, let's move on sa next. Okay, so we have the what we call statutory rights. Ang statutory rights naman, these are rights or yung mga karapatan mo where everybody shall avail the procedural law of due process. So yan. Actually, yung question kanina ng PRC class, kinapin niya lang dito sa definition ng statutory rights. Ibig sabihin, everybody shall avail. May karapatan yan. No one is above the law or no one is exempted. Lahat shall avail the procedural law of due process. So, of course, ang example class ng statutory rights, we have the PI or preliminary investigation, the right to appeal from judgment. Kasi nga, di ba, kapag hindi ka pa kontento yung decision or yung verdict or judgment ng korte, of course, you have all the rights to appeal your case from the lower court, iakyat mo yan sa higher court, hanggang umabot, of course, sa Supreme Court. Kasi si Supreme Court is the final arbiter of the law. Of course, pursuant to the rules of court and the right to succession under the civil law. So those are the statutory rights, class, na binigay ng ating mga batas or yung mga special law na tinatawag natin. Then, of course, we have the political rights. Ang political rights naman, that is the right of the people to vote and be voted for, class, in any public position. Ibig sabihin, as long as you're qualified based on the requirements set by the COMELEC or the Commission on Election, you can run the public office. Okay, you can have your public position. Pwede kang iboto at pwede kang magboto. So that is the political rights. So, of course, class, the right of the suffrage, yung pinag-uusapan natin, malapit na yung election, October 30, the right to suffrage and the right to be elected to the public office. So that is papasok nga sa political rights. Take note, class, kailangan yung bumoto pagdating ng October 30 kasi kapag hindi kayo bumoto, parang ibig sabihin, hindi kayo kasali sa counting, okay, ng mga tao dito sa, of course, sa ating bansa. Okay, so of course, that is exercise your right to suffrage. Ibig sabihin, you have the right to vote and be voted for in any public position. Again, we have the inherent or natural rights. Ibig sabihin, those are rights enjoyed by person kasi nga you are a human being. Then we have the constitutional rights naman. Those are rights conducted or binigay, granted by the Constitution itself. Then ang statutory rights naman, of course, binigay yan ng special law which everybody should avail the procedural due process o yung due process na tinatawag natin. Then of course, we have the political rights. Ibig sabihin, the right of the people to vote and be voted for in any public office, that is political rights. Nakuha? Nakuha, class? Nakuha ba? Okay, then of course, we will discuss or we will proceed now on the next slide. Wait lang, po yung laptop ko. Okay, next. Okay, it is defined as the taking of private property upon payment of just compensation. Again, it is defined as the payment of that, or it is defined as the taking of private property upon payment of just compensation. Letter A, just compensation. Letter B, eminent domain. Sorry. Letter C, expropriation. And letter D, negotiation. Okay, what is your answer, class? Lahat sumagot yung 22. Okay, saan yung iba? 10 lang. B, that's this one in the power of the cow. Talaga ba yung mga sagot niyo? Sigurado kayo? Okay, sige. Let's try to answer, class. Okay, so far, nung tinignan ko ang comment section, parang isa lang yung nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Ang sagot natin dyan, that is letter C, expropriation. Again, ang sagot natin dyan is expropriation. Huwag mo isagot, class, si eminent domain kasi nga, hindi niya naman tinatanong the power of the government. Kapag sinabi niya, it is defined as the power of the government to take private property upon payment of just compensation, pwede mo isagot si eminent domain. Nakuha ninyo? Pero ang sinasabi niya lang, plain, it is defined as the taking of private property upon payment of just compensation. That's why ang sagot natin is expropriation. Again, huwag mo munang isagot si eminent domain kapag hindi niya pa sinasabi or hindi niya pa binabanggit, class, ang term or word na power of the government. Nakuha? Nakuha ba ninyo? Kaya nga sabi ko, avoid rushing, di ba? Ang daming sumagot pero konti lang yung nakakuha ng tamang sagot. As much as possible, dapat tingnan ninyo kung ano yung hinihingi niya. Okay? Do not assume unless it is stated. Okay? So ang sagot natin dyan, that is letter C, that is expropriation. Okay, bawi sa next question. Okay, next question, class. It is defined as the full and fair equivalent of the property taken. It is the fair market value of the property. Ulitin ko. It is defined as the full and fair equivalent of the property taken. It is the fair market value of the property. Letter A, just compensation. Letter B, eminent domain. Letter C, expropriation. And letter D, negotiation. Okay, what is your answer? Again, sabi ko, do not assume unless it is stated. That is applied to all question. So para mabigyan ka talaga, class, or yung aim natin, di ba, na bawal, okay, bawal magmadali. So, yan. Letter A. Just compensation. Okay, so let's try to answer, class. Okay, it is defined as the full and fair equivalent of the property taken. It is the fair market value of the property. That is, our answer is that is just compensation. Very good. That is letter A. Okay? So natuto na kayo. Okay, next. Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, class, is that is, okay, just compensation. So let's explain one by one, class. So under the Constitution, meron tayong tinatawag the rights to property. Ibig sabihin, that is under Section 9, ibig sabihin, private property shall not be taken for public use without just compensation. Ibig sabihin, kapag gagamitin ng government yung lupa na yan, okay, sorry. Okay? Kapag gagamitin ng government ang lupa na yan, class, hindi niya naglabas na basta pwedeng kunin without just compensation. Ibig sabihin, without paying it kung ano yung kanyang market value. Of course, except is the expropriation of the property. Ang expropriation, it is defined as the taking of private property upon payment of just compensation. So yan yung tinatawag natin na expropriation. Of course, pwede nilang kunin kapag babayaran nila sa tamang, of course, yung tamang price na hiningi or yung market value ng property na yan. So, tinatawag natin na expropriation yan. Pag sinabi naman natin just compensation, class, it is defined as the full and fair equivalent to property taken. Ibig sabihin, it is the fair market value of the property. Kung halimbawa, yung lupa ninyo na papatayuan ng government ng hospital or papatayuan nila ng library or public library, bibilhin nila yan based on the market value. Halimbawa, 20 million ang bili ng lupa na yan. So, babayaran kayo ng 20 million rin ng government. Just compensation. Hindi sila lugi, hindi ka rin lugi. Kaya nga just compensation. Fair equivalent of the property taken. It is the fair market value of the property. That is what we call the just compensation. Okay nyo? Then, of course, the taking of private property, class, or public use is the exercise of the state's power of eminent domain. Kasi pag sinabi natin eminent domain, it is defined as the power of the state to include the taking of property for public use upon payment of just compensation. Actually, na-explain ko ito sa video ko eh. Again, ang eminent domain, it is the power of the state or the government to include the taking of private property for public use upon payment of just compensation. That is eminent domain. Okay, nakuha ninyo? Again, do not assume unless it is stated. Kaya nagkamali kayo sa first question kanina kasi hindi nyo naman nabanggit na there is the power of the government or it is the power of the state. So, bakit nyo sinagot si eminent domain? Again, palagi ko sinasabi, read twice the question as much as possible. Basahin nyo twice ang tanong. So, para mas mag-guide kayo or makuha nyo talaga or mas mata nyo yung tamang sagot. Okay? Nakuha ninyo? Nakuha ba, class? Naintindihan? Naintindihan ba? Paki-confirm kung naintindihan niyo para mag-proceed tayo sa next time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so ayan. So again, do not assume unless it is stated. Okay, so please paki-read nga si Karina. Available ba si Ma'am Karina to read the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Who may exercise the power of eminent domain? A. Congress. B. President. C. Administrative bodies. D. LGU.
Okay, sige, thank you. Okay, your timer starts now. So lahat mag-participate, class, kasi maganda yung discussion natin. Okay, so dapat do not be afraid kapag nagkamali kayo ng sagot. So ang importante dyan, of course, yung lesson or yung explanation mamaya right after natin sagutan. Okay, sino yung mag-exercise ng the power of eminent domain? Sino ngayon, guys? Si Congress, si President, si AB or Administrative Bodies or LGU? Sige. Okay, so ayan. Bakit kaya hino-hold nila yung ano? Okay, so iba-iba ang sagot niyo. May LGU, may administrative bodies. Nagkokopyahan ba itong mga to? Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, class, that is the Congress. That is letter A, ah. Okay, sino yung may karapatan or who may exercise the power of eminent domain? That is letter A, the Congress. Okay, ito yung explanation natin, class. Okay, who may exercise the power of eminent domain? Of course, the Congress is the branch of the government that exercises the power of eminent domain. However, it can be delegated to the President, administrative bodies, local government units, and even private enterprises performing public services. But then again, the main agency or the main branch na nag-exercise ng power of eminent domain is the Congress. But of course, yung president, yung administrative bodies, local government units, and any other private enterprises class can perform or can exercise yung power of eminent domain in the absence of the Congress. Nakuha? Again, ang pinakasagot talaga natin is the Congress. Again, ang Congress has the power to exercise yung tinatawag natin na power of eminent domain. Nakita nyo? Nakuha nyo ba, class? Naiintindihan ba? Nandiyan pa ba kayo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, ang sagot natin, that is the Congress. Okay. Grabe, opo, Ginoo. Wow. Ano yun to? Mga Filipino major. Okay. Next, dito naman tayo. Okay, X was charged with murder for killing Y. After the trial, the court found the accused guilty beyond reasonable doubt of the crime of homicide instead of murder. According to the court, there is no evidence of any aggravating circumstances that would sustain the case of murder. Aggrieved to the decision of the court, the family of Y filed an appeal with the Court of Appeals to question the findings of the lower court. Is the appeal of Y's family will put X into the double jeopardy? Okay, so what is your answer? Okay, lahat sumagot. Sorry, i-screenshot ka natin to, class, para ilagay natin sa... So what is your answer? Is that double jeopardy? Kaya kasi sinabi niya, yung family ni Y, okay, file an appeal na hindi sila kontento sa sinabi ng korte na that is only homicide. Pero gusto talaga nilang murder. Pwede ba yon? No? Okay, some other question. So, bigyan nyo nga ng konting justification, class, kung bakit hindi. Bakit yes? Bakit no? No, kasi appeal naman. Okay, some other answers? Bakit no? Bakit yes? Sige nga. Double. No sir, kasi isang kaso lang single, hindi double. Okay, so pag sinabi natin double jeopardy class, ibig sabihin yan, you cannot be held twice for the same offense or similar offense for the second time, di ba? Ibig sabihin, you are acquitted of a crime of murder, hindi ka na pwedeng sampahan ng kasong murder or any similar homicide and so on. No, because a person cannot be charged on the same or identical. Ano kasi pag sinabi natin double jeopardy, hindi identical ang ginamit doon. Same or tinatawag natin na similar. Okay, no kasi one case lang. Okay, sige, saan yung iba class? Gusto ko makita yung mga justification ninyo class, yung iba pa. Saan yung iba? One case lang. Okay. So, okay, so let's try to answer. Okay, so explain na natin class ha. Okay, so ang sagot dyan, okay, ulitin natin ulit ang tanong. Okay, para mas maintindihan ninyo. I-explain natin, dahan-dahanin ko lang ang ano. So, ang illustration natin, X was charged with murder for killing Y. After the trial, the court found the accused guilty beyond reasonable doubt of the crime of homicide instead of murder. According to the court, there is no evidence of any aggravating circumstances that would sustain the case of murder. Aggrieved to the decision of the court, the family of Y filed an appeal with the Court of Appeals to question the findings of the lower court. Is the appeal of Y's family will put X into double jeopardy? Okay. Before tayo magpunta sa sagot, no, kasi hindi kasi ang appeal at recusal sa double jeopardy kasali. Okay, ang sagot natin dyan class, ito yon. Okay. The appeal of Y's family, if granted by the appellate court, will result to the violation of constitutional rights of X against double jeopardy. Again, double jeopardy at class ha. In order that the double jeopardy will apply, the following elements must be present as follows. There is a valid complaint. The complaint is filed with the court of competent jurisdiction. The accused has been arraigned. The accused was previously acquitted or convicted or was case dismissed or otherwise terminated without his expressed consent. In the case at bar, X was already convicted by the court with homicide instead of murder. Hence, an appeal made questioning the findings of the lower court constitutes double jeopardy on the part of X. Sinasabi natin that double jeopardy, ibig sabihin, you cannot be held twice. Hindi ka pwedeng sampahan ng kaso which is same or similar. Ang homicide, di ba sinabi ng korte, hindi. Homicide lang kasi walang present ng any qualifying circumstances of murder. So meaning, yun na yun. Tapos, inappeal pa kasi hindi ka kontento. Gusto nyo murder talaga. Ang homicide and murder, that is similar offense. That's why that is against the constitutional right of X against the double jeopardy. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo siya pwedeng sampahan ng parehas or similar na kaso kasi nga, of course, he is already convicted or he is already acquitted. Nakita ninyo, class? Nakita nyo? Kaya mali kayo? Kaya ang sagot natin doon is yes. Nakuha ninyo? Again, ang sinabi ng double jeopardy, you cannot be held twice for the same or similar offense for the second time around. Nakuha? Okay, so yan. So I hope it's clear. So ganun ang klasa, ganun ang pag-atake sa kapag ganito yung mga discussion natin. Dapat, as much as possible, you are very critical thinker. Or study the law as is, kung ano yung sinabi niya, yun yung isasagot ninyo. Nakuha? Nakuha ba? Of course, mamaya pa sa balikan ninyo yung ating recordings pag mag-end ating discussion para makita ninyo, ay ganun, nagkamali pala kami, di ba? So, kasi di ba majority ng sagot ninyo is no. Kasi ang pagkakalam nyo lang, ang double jeopardy, hindi ka pwedeng sampahan ng parehas na kaso. Hindi. Ang ginamit na term ng double jeopardy, ibig sabihin, hindi ka pwedeng sampahan ng same or similar offense. Similar, ibig sabihin, pwedeng related. Homicide, murder, robbery, theft. Okay? So, ganun ang ibig sabihin, class, ng double jeopardy. Kasi di ba, nakalagay, in case at bar, X was already convicted by the court with homicide instead of murder. Hence, an appeal made questioning the findings of the lower court constitutes double jeopardy on the part of X. But then again, very good kasi you tried to answer yung scenario natin, so okay lang yan. Okay, next. Of course, we have the rights against double jeopardy, class stated in the 1987 Constitution. Of course, Section 21, nakalagay dyan, no person shall be twice jeopardy, be twice put in jeopardy of punishment for the same offense. If an act is punished by law and an ordinance, conviction or acquittal under either shall constitute a bar to another prosecution for the same act. So, ibig sabihin, you cannot be held twice for the same or similar offense. Okay? So, yun yung double jeopardy natin. Then, ang double jeopardy, it means that when a person is charged with an offense and the case is terminated either by acquittal or conviction or in any manner without the consent of the accused, the latter cannot again charge with the same or identical offense. Tanda nyo? Same or identical offense or similar offense. So, yon ang tinatawag natin na double jeopardy. That is against your constitutional rights against double jeopardy. Okay, dito naman tayo, pakibasa. Available ba si Gwyneth? Ma'am Gwyneth? Or si ano na lang, si Mark? Available ba si Sir Mark? Sino yung pwedeng magbasa, class? Paki-raise ng, or paki-raise, or paka-open na lang ng microphone niyo kung pwede. Hindi ko kasi alam kung sino yung available. Baka yung iba may ginagawa. Okay, laptop, si Gwyneth. Okay, so okay lang. Sige, si Nasim. Sir Nasim, sige sir, go ahead. Thank you for volunteering.
Sige po sir. X was charged with the crime of murder in 2019. In the year of 2020, Congress passed a new law increasing the penalty of heinous crime such as murder from reclusion perpetua to death. In the year of 2021, the court finds the accused guilty beyond reasonable doubt of the crime of murder and sentenced him to suffer a penalty of death based on the new law passed by the Congress. Is the sentence of X violates his right against ex post facto law?
Okay, thank you. So, di ba? Parang maganda yung boses ni Sir, parang DJ. Ayan. Ulitin natin, sige class. Is the sentence of X violate his rights against ex post facto law? Okay, yes or no? Pakilagay nga sa comment section. Again, pag sinabi natin ex post facto law, ibig sabihin, yung criminal, okay, it makes a criminal an act innocent when done, then sinasabi ninyo that is guilty na siya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, hindi po pwedeng sabihin na mali yung ginagawa niya kung walang batas na nagbabawal yan. Or, kung sinabi natin ex post facto law, yung binigay na punishment ng korte Okay, halimbawa, ang binigay sa kanya na punishment is reclusion perpetua. Ay, wag na lang, mamaya ko na lang pala i-explain ka. Kasi malaman nyo pala mamaya ang hint. Sige, sagutin nyo muna. Is the sentence of X violate his rights against X post facto law? Sige nga, yes or no? Then kapag may konting justification, much better para malaman natin kung ano yung iniisip niyo. Okay, so what is your answer, class, in the comment section? Then after that, i-explain natin. Yes, kasi pwede lang ang expose facto law pag favorable sa PDL. Diba sinabi, iniba from reclusion perpetua to death, iniba yung kanyang penalty, pwede ba yon? No, 2019 pa yan ginawa yung crime, tapos 2021 ang new law. Yes, walang retroactive effect ang batas unless favorable to the accused. Okay, sige. Maganda yung mga yung klasa, yung mga justification niyo. Sige. Yes, since our law says it is prospective, not retroactive, kaya kahit may bagong batas, na-depot yung legal grounds para gawin. So ayan, maganda kasi naiintindihan nyo pala yung mga discussion natin. Okay, sige. Yung iba pa, para mas second the motion ako kay classmate Hosni. Sino si Hosni? Hosni. Walang retroactive effect ang batas unless favorable sa accused. May nakita ko ditong tamang sagot, class. Maganda yung pagkakasagot niya. And correct naman. No, kasi po 2021 yung accused finds guilty. Okay, so ayan. Yung iba. Sige, gusto ko marinig yung mga ibang ninyo, mga ibang side kung ano yung pagkakaintindi niyo dito. No, kasi 2021 nung yung accused finds guilty. Sige nga. Okay, so let's try to answer this one, guys. Okay. X was charged with a crime of murder in 2019. So in the year 2020, Congress passed a new law increasing the penalty of heinous crime such as murder from reclusion perpetua to death. In the year 2021, the court finds the accused guilty beyond reasonable doubt of the crime of murder and sentenced him to suffer a penalty of death based on the new law passed by Congress. Is the sentence of X violates his right against ex post facto law? Of course, class, ang sagot natin dyan, that is, okay, the sentence by the court violated the right of X against ex post facto law. Of course, in the case at hand, the crime was committed in 2019, a year before the passage of the new law. Thus, meting X, the penalty of death, is a retroactive effect of the law which is the Constitution prohibits. Pinagbabawal yan ng Constitution. His proper penalty would only be reclusion perpetua. So the penalty existed at the time the crime was committed. Kasi nga, di ba, our criminal law is no retroactive effect. It is prospective. It is prospective in nature. Hindi tayo bumabalik. Of course, we are futuristic. So that's why ang ginawa na yun, that is against the ex post facto law. Kasi di ba, hindi mo pwedeng bigyan ng mas mataas na penalty kapag may bagong batas sa nagawa niyong krimen. Ano ba? Reclusion perpetua lang naman talaga ang penalty ni X. Bakit mo binago? Kasi may bagong batas. Nagsasabi, ang nagawa niyang krimen is now punishable by death. So, bawal yun, class. That is against the constitutional rights of a person against ex post facto law. Kasi bawal ang ex post facto law sa Pilipinas, class. There's no ex post facto law or bill of attainder shall be enacted in the Philippines. So, bawal na bawal ang ex post facto law. But halimbawa, noong 2019, di ba, ang punishment niya is reclusion perpetua. Tapos noong 2021, may bagong batas na binaba yung punishment. So that's the time, pwedeng i-apply mo ngayon yan kay X. Kasi, of course, ang prospective characteristic of criminal law, ibig sabihin, pwede mo yang i-apply kapag it is favorable to the accused. Again, kapag magbe-benefit ang accused, ibig sabihin, why not, di ba? Okay, mas gusto niyo yun. Kasi syempre, instead na tatagal pa ang punishment or tatagal pa ang isa-serve sa kulungan, of course, mas madali na lang. Again, there is no ex post facto law or bill of attainder shall be enacted in the Philippines. Nakuha? Nakuha niyo, class? Nakuha ba? Naintindihan? Okay, I'm happy na magaling na kayong mag-justify kasi tama naman yung mga sagot ninyo, di ba? So meaning very kumbaga nasa quality, okay? So nasa quality side ang mas maganda. So meaning ready na kayo pagdating ng board exam, okay? We are on the quality side. So nakuha ba? Okay, so ang sagot natin diyan, that is yes. Okay, so very good. Okay, next. Okay, so of course, class, the following are the exemption to ex post facto law. If the law provides for retroactivity, if the law is remedial in nature, for there are no vested rights, rules on procedure, and so on. So, wag na natin masyadong i-dwell dito, class, kasi sa board exam, hindi naman masyadong itatanong to. Ang dapat, ang alam nyo lang yung pinaka-basic, which is, there is no ex post facto law. Okay, next. Pakibasa nga si magtatawag tayo. Sino yung available, class, ulit na magbasa? Si Kantor. Kantor, pwede ka ba? Or si Sir Lemuel? Ay, Lemuel Hamerol. Available ba si Sir Lemuel? Okay, para magkaroon tayo ng interaction. Sino kaya? Si JB. JB, pwede ka si JB? Pwedeng sumagot? Ay, pwede. Okay. Sir, ako na. Okay, yes, check. Kanoy. Thank you so much. Nasa hipad kasi ako, sir. Ay, hipad. Okay, sige.
Okay na, sir?
Yes
okay.
po, yes.
It
Thank you.
means all persons or things similarly situated should be treated alike, both as rights conferred and responsibilities imposed.
Okay, thank you. So, what is your answer, class? A, B, C, and D on the comment section. Thank you, Chair. Okay, class, so lahat sumagot, then i-discuss natin right after. Okay, sige. What is your answer? Equal protection of law. Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, ibig sabihin, all person or things similarly situated should be treated alike, both as rights conferred and responsibilities imposed. So that's why, ang sagot natin dyan is equal protection of law. Ibig sabihin, of course, wala kayong kinikilingan or wala tayong sinasuportahan. That is letter D, equal protection of law. Okay? So, explain natin what is equal protection of laws. Ang equal protection of laws, it means all persons or things similarly situated should be treated alike, both as rights conferred and responsibilities imposed. Again, ang equal protection of laws, ibig sabihin, okay, so everyone or things should similarly situated should be treated alike. Ibig sabihin, fairness. Merong fairness, okay, so be imposed. Ang persons protected under the due process of law, of course, we have the local application. Lahat tayo naninirahan dito sa Pilipinas, both Filipino and alien. Local application. While ang universal application naman, of course, that is the United Nations Declaration, of course, yung UDH. Ibig sabihin, all persons without regard to any race, sex, nationality, or color shall have an equal protection of laws. Kapag local application within the Philippines, whether you are a Filipino, whether you are a foreigner, so that is equal protection of laws. Ibig sabihin, you have the responsibility, ibig sabihin, you are protected under the due process of law. While ang universal application naman, of course, regardless of your religion, regardless of your nationality, your race, okay, wherever you came from, you are protected by, of course, equal protection of law. Kung ano yung tinatamasa or ano yung ini-enjoy ng isang tao, then yun rin yung i-enjoy mo as a human or as a person. Okay, next. Next to read class, si Aiko Dayawon. Are you available? Si Aiko? Available ka ba, Sir Aiko, to read the question? Or sa ano na lang, si Bridget. Bridget Madkalam. Bridget? Where is Bridget? Okay, sino lang yung available class to read the question? Paki-raise ng hand class para marinig naman natin yung boses nyo. Okay, si Tigulo. Carlo, yes. Thank you, sir. Tigulo, go ahead.
Yes, sir. It is applied to all person without regard to any race, sex, nationality, or color.
Okay. It is applied to all persons without regard to any race, sex, nationality, or color. What is your answer? Ay, nasa work pala si Daiko. Universal application. Okay, so ayan, nakaka-discuss na natin klase. Dapat lahat sumagot ha. Okay, so lahat sumagot. Okay, universal application. Universal application. Okay, so let's try to answer, class. Of course, ang sagot natin dyan, kaka-explain na natin, that is equal protection of law, regardless of your race, okay, yung nationality mo, yung sex or color, that is equal protection of law. Again, we have the local application within the Philippines, and of course, the international application all over the world, okay? So universal kasi. Okay, next. It means something more than the mere animal existence. Again, it means something more than mere animal existence. What is your answer on the comment section? Then of course, i-explain natin right after. Life, property, liberty, or freedom. Sige nga. Life. Okay, sagot natin dyan, that is very good. That is life, okay? It means something more than a mere animal existence. That is letter A, that is life. Okay, let's proceed now. Okay, pag sinabi natin meaning of life, ito yung class. Ibig sabihin, it means something more than mere animal existence. Nalagay yun, it is means something mere animal existence. The prohibition against its deprivation without due process extends all the limbs and faculties by which life is enjoyed. So meaning, that is life. Ibig sabihin, meron kang liberty. May kalayaan kang class, ini-enjoy mo yan. That is what we call life. Yes, sabi ng science, animal din tayo. But of course, we are we are on the different level of animal. Kumbaga, mas nakakataas tayo, okay? So yun yung life, okay? It is the something more than mere animal existence, okay? So yan. Okay, what is that is life? Then next question, pakibasa nga sino yung next na sasagot dito? Sino ba yung available class? Please raise your hand para marinig natin yung boses ninyo isa-isa. Di ba? Pangit naman yung ako lang yung narinig yung boses ninyo. Available ba si Roland Bartolaba? Okay, ayan. Si Brigitte, available si Brigitte to read the question. Okay, walang mic. Ay, sorry. Si Roland pala yung walang mic. Si ano na lang. Narinig na natin kasi si Tigulo, si ano naman, si Richard, ay si Montano. Montano, si B. Montano, are you available? Montano? Bakit walang mag-volunteer? Bakit nahiya ka? Huwag kayo mahiya class pag kapag nagpabasa. Okay, si Nasim na lang. Okay, Nasim. Okay, yung available na lang class para, ayan, sige. Nasim, go ahead.
Those rights which are conferred and protected by the constitutions and which cannot be modified or taken away by the law-making body.
Okay. Okay, those rights which are conferred and protected by the Constitution and which cannot be modified or taken away by the lawmaking body. Okay, so your timer starts now. Okay, isa pa lang yung sumasagot, oh. Isang one answer pa lang. Tatlo. Eight. Okay, so which are the others? Saan yung iba? Okay, so let's try to answer last. Okay, those rights which are conferred and protected by the Constitution, ibig sabihin binigay, at of course ang nangangalaga yan or nagpo-protect na dyan, yung Constitution natin mismo, in which cannot be modified or taken away by the lawmaking body. Of course, hindi yan pwedeng kunin ng mga mambabatas natin, whether the Senate or the House of Representatives or yung tinatawag natin na Congress. So ang tawag natin dyan, that is letter B, constitutional rights. Okay, so very good. So that is letter B. So magagaling yung mga student ko. So di ba? Manin ninyo, di ba? Dito manggagaling ang mga top-notchers. Di ba? Okay. So that is constitutional rights. Okay, that is letter B. Okay, very good. Next, dito naman, pakibasa nga sino yung nagbasa kanina. Tawagin natin yung same person na nagbasa kanina. Balik tayo mamaya kay Nasim. Si Tigulo, Carlo. Carlo, please. Nandiyan ka ba? Okay, sige, pakibasa.
Those rights which are provided by law, promulgated by the lawmaking body, and consequently may be abolished by the same body. A. Human rights. B. Constitutional rights. C. Legal rights. D. Statutory rights.
Okay. Sige, your timer starts now. Sinabi niya, it is created or it is promulgated by the lawmaking body. Of course, ang lawmaking body na tinatawag natin, of course, yung the Congress, yung Senate and House of Representatives. Then sila yung nag-promulgate niyan, sila rin yung pwedeng mag-abolish niyan. So what is that right? Okay, so our answer, okay, very good. So that is statutory rights. That is letter D. Okay, kasi di ba, it is created or it is labeled or it is, of course, it is promulgated by the lawmaking body, the Congress, and of course, yung Senate or House of Representatives. That is composed ng tinatawag natin ng Congress. Ang tawag natin doon. Ibig sabihin, sila yung promulgate, sila din yung may karapatan na mag-abolish niyan. Pwedeng palitan, pwedeng ma-amend, pwedeng ma-repeal. Ibig sabihin, totally change the law. So that's why it is considered our statutory rights. That is letter D. Okay? Nakuha? Then, of course, we have the human rights. Pag sinabi natin human rights, it is inalienable fundamental rights to which a person is inherently entitled simply because he or she is a human being. Eh, di ba? Sinabi ko, you have a human rights. Ibig sabihin, it must be respected kasi nga you are human. Okay? So you enjoyed it kasi nga you are human being. So that's why ang tawag natin doon is human rights. Di ba? Then, of course, the basic human rights na meron tayo, of course, number one, the right to life, liberty, ibig sabihin may kalayaan ka, to choose kung sino yung mamahalin mo, sino yung papakasalan mo. So, di ba? Yun yung mga basic human rights na dapat alam ninyo. The right to own property and the right to dispose such property. Freedom from slavery and torture, ibig sabihin, hindi ka pwedeng kawawain, okay, maging slave, yung torture, okay, so hindi yan deserve o hindi mo yan deserve. Freedom of opinion, ibig sabihin, you have the right, okay, to voice yung tinatawag natin yung opinion mo or expression, your freedom of expression, the right to work, and of course, the right to education. Yun yung mga basic human rights na dapat meron tayo. But of course, kung wala yan, ibig sabihin, wala o hindi nag-i-exist yung tinatawag natin human rights sa ating bansa kung wala yung mga basic human rights nila. In addition, it also includes class yung rights to identity. Ibig sabihin, meron kang karapatan, whatever identity. Okay, kung ano yung kasarian mo or ano ka. Okay, so identity, self-expression, sexual choice. So, di ba? LGBTQ plus A, di ba? Ang dami na. Okay, then self-defense and oaths to one's labor. Okay, yun yung mga basic human rights natin. Di ba, class? Papasok ang self-defense dyan kasi di ba, syempre kapag may danger, kailangan mo protektahan ang sarili mo. That is all for self-protection or self-preservation. That's why it is considered as self-defense. So, meaning, karapatan mo yan na protektahan ang sarili mo from the danger or from the attack. Kasi not 24/7, mapaprotektahan ka or poprotektahan ka, class, ng tinatawag natin ng government. Okay? So yan. Actually, class, nandito ako ngayon sa sa Camarines Norte, School of Law, di ba? So titingnan niyo ang tinuturuan ko ng mga reviewees, of course, criminology, but then again, ang daming lawyers sa school nila, but then they mas pinili nila na ako yung mag-lecture ng criminal law sa kanila, di ba? So, School of Law, ibig sabihin lahat ang course lang na ina-offer nila, legal management about sa law rin, criminology and law, okay? So, di ba ang daming lawyer doon, ang daming na-encounter pa na lawyer, but then again, gumastos ang nila, ang school, di ba? Gumastos sila para kunin ako na magturo ng criminal law. So, meaning you are in the right track. Okay, so di ba? So, tingnan niyo, di ba? Ang gastos nila umabot ng 100,000. Okay, sa akin lang, di ba? So, ganun, class, ka-powerful ang knowledge na meron tayo. Ay, si Sir Peckley, lecturer namin po kahapon, nabanggit ka po niya sa amin. Proud product mo po. Banat niya sa acronym Sir Solids ka, Sir. Kasi, okay. Ay, si ano pala to, sino yun? Si Che Canoy ba? Si Che? Oh, tama. Thank you. Nandun pala. Parang nakauwi na si Dr. Peckley. Yes.
Sa Iligan po siya ngayon.
Nasa Iligan pa siya ngayon. Nakwento niya ako sa inyo kahapon.
Pinagmamalakit, pinagmamayabang, sir.
Nice. Di ba? Ano ko yan? Parang tatay ko na si Dr. Peckley. Tatay ko na talaga kasi I was trained class by the best national lecturer in the Philippines. Di ba? Si Dr. Peckley. Si Dr. Peckley, ang dami niyang na-produce na top-notcher, 100 plus. So, di ba? So, ako yung product niya. Ako yung pinakamatagal niya na-train. Kasi nga, I live in Baguio, sa bahay nila, for 2 years. That's why, class, bago niya ako pinakawalan, okay, na-train niya na ako. So, ayan. Yes, 104 top-notchers. Then, of course, hindi pa included yung mga bago. So, di ba? Ganon, class, ang na-produce na top-notcher. Yun yung aking, yan yung aking mentor. Di ba? Yun yung mentor ko. Ang daming na-produce na top-notcher. So, di ba? 100 plus. So, ayan. So, nabanggit siya rin, si Ma'am si Ma'am Florendo, yung dean ninyo, si Ma'am Canoy. So, sige lang, hopefully makapunta ako dyan na makadaan ako sa inyo before pumunta sa Baguio. Okay, so kaya class, of course, nasa right track tayo, di ba? Okay, so yung aking mentor kasi si Dr. Peckley. So yan yung, kumbaga, siya yung pinakamagaling sa criminology when it comes sa lecture. Yung galing ko, of course, hindi ko mapapantayan yung galing niya. But sa kanya, syempre, proud na proud siya sa akin, di ba? Kasi siya yung siya yung ako yung product niya, di ba? So kumbaga worth it yung preparation ko plus. Kaya nga yan yung ko ngayon, yung mission ko sa buhay niya na mabigay ko rin sa lahat, di ba? All over the Philippines. Ang daming invitation class, pero hindi ko tinatanggap yung iba, hindi ko tinatanggap kasi nga kailangan ko rin kayong asikasuhin. So yun. So ayan. So hopefully makita ko kayo ulit sila Che. Okay. Sige, soon makikita ko kayo ulit. So ayan, si Dr. Peckley is my tatay, di ba? So parang tatay ko na si Dr. Peckley kasi 2 years kami nagsama eh. 2 years niya ako na-train. Kaya kung napapansin niyo, more on acronym ako kasi yun yung na-instill sa akin ni Dr. Peckley. So yun, proud product. Okay? Okay, so yan. Yes, sir. Invite na po din namin sa walaan po kami sa amin. Hoping. Yes, soon. Hopefully, magkita ko. Actually, lahat kayo dito, di ba? So, hopefully, hindi lang online. But then again, online man yan or personal, same pa rin yung effort ko na binibigay class. Okay? So, hindi naman ako nagtitipid. So, dapat lahat ng alam ko, binibigay ko yan sa inyo. Okay? So, thank you. God bless sa inyo. See you soon sa dyan, sa Kailatche, di ba? Okay, so yan. Then, of course, we have the example of violation of human rights class. Halimbawa, you are illegal arrest. Of course, halimbawa, inaresto ka tapos yung arresting officer walang dalang warrant of arrest. So that is illegal arrest. Or yung arrest warrant or warrant of arrest class is illegally obtained. Halimbawa, binayaran ng judge. So yan yung tinatawag natin na illegal arrest. Yes, pupunta ako ng Cebu. Next week pumunta ako ng Cebu. Okay. So yan. Illegal arrest. Okay. Pero kahit saan ako pumunta class, magkaklase pa rin tayo, di ba? Sa gabi. Mabuti nga gabi yung klase natin. So, ayan. So, parang nasanay na kasi yung katawan ko kapag gabi kailangan ko magsalita, di ba? Morning at So, ito na talaga yung destiny ko eh. Yung pag-educate. So, ayan. Okay. So, again, illegal arrest. Then we have unlawful detention. Ibig sabihin, walang legal grounds or walang court order, basta-basta ka nalang kinulong, that is unlawful detention ang tawag natin dyan. Then, of course, meron tayong inflicting physical injury. Okay, inflicting physical injury against another. So that is example of violation of human rights. So as much as possible, bawal tayo magbigay ng unnecessary force or any injury or any force, okay, against another. So that is in violation of human rights. Wala tayong karapatan na saktan yung kapwa natin, di ba? Then, of course, conferment of the right to join association or assemblies, di ba? Hindi pwedeng pigilan yung tao na to na mag-join sa association or sa assembly, di ba? Halimbawa, gusto nila mag-create ng grupo, gusto nila mag-attend ng mga seminars, ng mga trainings. So that is against the human rights. Okay? So wala kang karapatan. Prevention to transfer any school, that is also a human rights, di ba? Then of course, di ba yung hindi nila i-release yung credentials ninyo, bawal rin yan. But then again, make sure na nagre-review talaga kayo, di ba? Online man yan or face-to-face, kailangan pa rin focus, di ba? May mga students na mas gusto nila online, effective sa kanila. Yung iba naman, kailangan nila ng face-to-face. But then again, class, hindi nyo masisisi ang school ninyo bakit hindi nila binibigay yung mga credentials ninyo kasi ang pinaprotektan lang nila dyan is yung passing rate ng school. Baka halimbawa, masyadong mababa ang passing rate ninyo, baka i-close ang school ninyo, di ba? Online. Okay, so ganoon ang tinatawag natin na prevention in school. Then, of course, prohibition from expressing grievance against the government. So, yan, prohibition. Okay, so halimbawa, mahina nakik ka sa government, may gusto kang imungkahi sa government. So, kapag pinigilan ka nila, that is against the human rights. Okay, so bawal yan yung tinatawag natin na grievance or expressing grievance against the government. Okay, prohibition from expressing grievance. So, of course, balikan nyo yung mga ano natin kasi yung mga recorded live para mas okay, times 10 or times ano ang ma-retain sa utak niyo. Then of course, we have sorry. Okay, so we have the Bill of Rights, that is an Article 3, 1987 Constitution, again ang Bill of Rights class. Those are the set of rights of an individual na binigay ng Constitution natin, di ba? So that is Bill of Rights. So the Bill of Rights under this article is classified into two groups as followed. Of course, meron tayong tinatawag na basic rights of an individual and the rights of the accused. Okay, so again, tandaan nyo what is the primary right of the accused? That is the right, okay, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty by the court of law. Kapag tinanong naman sa board exam, what is the primary right of the suspect? That is the right to remain silent. Kasi nga, everything we said will be used against him in the court of law or lahat ng sasabihin niya ay maaring gamitin sa kanya laban sa loob or sa korte. While ang right of the accused, yung pinakauna dyan, the presumption of innocence. Kahit na witness natin na siya yung pumatay, siya yung sumaksak, but then at the eyes of the law, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na guilty siya. Of course, magkakaroon tayo ng due process. Pag sinabi natin due process, there must or meron tayong trial and hearing muna na gagawin before natin ma-declare that that particular person is guilty beyond reasonable doubt of a particular crime. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Okay, dito tayo. So what is the primary right of the suspect class? Okay, I'm sure makukuha nyo di ba? Kaka-discuss ko lang. So what is the primary right of the suspects? Pag sinabi natin primary, ibig sabihin, the first right of the suspect. What is your answer? Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, that is, of course, the right to remain silent. That is letter A. Okay, very good. The right to remain silent. Okay, so ang letter C, the right to be presumed innocent, that is the primary right of the accused. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Ang sagot natin dyan, that is letter A. Sige, the right to be informed of his right to remain silent and to counsel. That is letter A. Okay, next. What is the primary right of the accused now, class? Ano yung sagot natin dyan? What is the primary right of the accused? Sige, what is the primary right of the accused? That is letter C. Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, of course, the right to be presumed innocent until the contrary is proven, and the right to be heard by himself or counsel. That is letter C. Okay, so that is letter C. Okay, very good. Okay, next. Okay, so the right to be informed of his right to remain silent and counsel, that is in section 12 ng Constitution natin. Of course, the right to bail, of course, the right to be presumed innocent until the contrary is proven. Section 14, the right to be informed of the nature and the cause of accusation against him. Ano ba yung crime na nakumit niya? Diba? The right to have a speedy, impartial, and public trial. So dapat, kasi diba, justice delayed is a justice denied. The right to meet the witness face-to-face, hindi yung virtual lang So that is irregularities of law kapag na-meet mo lang yung witnesses in a virtual space. That is bawal, that is not allowed. The right to a speedy disposition of his case before judicial, quasi-judicial, or administrative body. Okay? So, but then again, ang tanda nyo lang, the right to be informed of his right to remain silent, that is the primary right of the suspect, and the right to be, the presumption of innocent class is the primary right of the accused. Okay? So, yan. Okay, dito naman tayo. Okay, so pakibasa nga si Sir Nasim. Nandito ba si Sir Nasim?
Yes po, sir. A law which hears before it condemns, which proceed upon inquiry, and renders judgment only after trial.
Okay, sige. Thank you. So, you can start answering, class, then i-discuss natin after. Maganda ang klase, ang human rights na subject. Kasi matatouch niya na yung ibang area or ibang subject sa criminal law. Okay, so let's try to answer this one. Okay, letter A. So a law which hears before it condemns, which proceeds upon inquiry, and renders judgment only after trial. Ibig sabihin, that is due process. That is letter A. So pag sinabi natin due process class, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon muna kaya di ba nagkakandak tayo ng PI kasi to determine if there is a probable cause. Then after that, kapag may probable cause, magpo-file ngayon ng information or ng kaso sa korte. Then mag-i-issue ng warrant of arrest ang judge, di ba? Then that's the time magkakaroon tayo ng trial and hearing. Then of course, magbibigay tayo ng judgment only after trial. Yan ang ibig sabihin, class, ng due process. So kapag meron tayong bill of attainder, kasi ang bill of attainder, di ba, it is a legislative power or it is a legislative act that inflicts punishment without due process of law. Ibig sabihin, walang trial and hearing. So, yun. tinatawag natin na due process. Of course, huwag niyo isagot si due, walang ganun. Due is due date, yung utang ninyo. So due process, that is the definition of that question. Of course, mga special rights, legal rights, and so on, those are distractors ang tawag natin doon. Okay, next. Dito tayo. Okay, the right to due process and equal protection of laws, ibig sabihin, under Section 1, Article 3, nakalagay dyan, no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or yung freedom niya, or property without due process of law. Shall any person be denied of the equal protection of laws? Hindi rin pwede. Dapat meron tayong equal protection of laws, whatever your race, religion, your nationality, and so on, so that we have an equal protection of laws. Okay, so then, dito tayo. So sa due process of law, so again, it is a law which hears before it condemns, which proceeds upon inquiry and renders judgment only after trial. So that is the due process. Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon muna ng trial and hearing before tayo makapagbigay ng desisyon on a particular case or matter. Okay, then of course, we have the elements of due process. Of course, kailangan i-notice or i-notify that that person, meron siyang kaso, meron siyang summon, hearing. Of course, magkakaroon ng hearing. Yun yung elements ng tinatawag natin na due process, di ba? Magkakaroon ng notice, i-notify natin yung tao na yun, then magkakaroon ng hearing on the following merits. Okay, due process. Then, of course, we have the aspect of due process, or we have the two types of due process. Procedural due process and adversarial due process. So ang procedural due process, the person is presumed innocent until proven guilty by the court of law. While ang adversarial naman, of course, sa ibang bansa yan, the person is presumed guilty until proven innocent. So ang procedural due process class, the person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon muna ng trial and hearing. Ang adversarial naman, person is presumed guilty until proven innocent. Okay, so yan ang aspect of due process. So next, of course, we have the search and seizure. Ang search and seizure class, we have the two types of search and search with warrant, and of course yung warrantless search. Ang search and seizure, again, as a review on the criminal procedure, ang purpose or ang aim ng search and seizure class is to search for personal property. Ibig sabihin yung personal property, those are transferable from one place to another. So that is the types of search, di ba? Or search and seizure, personal property. Then, of course, ang search warrant, that is an order in writing in the name of the people of the Philippines. Of course, ang kinukuha natin dyan is the personal property. Kasi di ba, we have the two types of property. The real property, yun yung mga lupa, yun yung mga building, which are not transferable. While ang personal property, yung mga bagay na pwedeng mo ma-transfer in one place to another. So personal property class ang subject for search warrant. Then hindi lang kasi ang tao or yung katawan ng tao is sinasubject natin under the custody of the court or under the custody of the law. Sinasubject din natin ang property class para makuha natin ang custody over that property. Okay, so yan. Of course, ang elements of search warrant, natapos na natin, i-review na natin na order in writing, of course, personally signed by the judge in the name of the people of the Philippines. Kasi nga, si people of the Philippines, that is the real offended party, di ba? Sinabi ko sa inyo. Then, of course, binibigay natin yan sa peace officer to search for personal property and bring it before the court. So, yan yung elements ng search warrant. Of course, class, ang requisite ng valid search warrant, dapat merong probable cause. Dapat personally makita na judge or ma-establish ni judge ang probable cause. Pag sinabi natin probable cause, that is the existence of facts. Okay? Na meron talaga, na siya talaga ang nagkasala. Then, probable cause must be determined personally by judge, hindi si clerk of court. Personally, si judge ang titingin. The judge must have personally examined in the form of searching questions and answers the applicant and his witnesses and takes down the written deposition. Pag sinabi natin deposition class, ibig sabihin the argument or the testimony of the witness or the testimony of the person was reduced into writing. Ibig sabihin, isinulat niya ang testimony niya. That is deposition. Okay? So yan. Aside from oral, of course, deposition is also a testimonial. Okay. The search warrant must particularly describe the identity of the property to be seized and of course, kung ano yung dapat specifically. Then of course, kapag nagkataon class, na nakita mo within your own vicinity. Of course, papasok yan yung tinatawag na rin na plain view doctrine. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka nag-open, hindi ka naghulungkat, hindi mo sinira yung mga kwarto. That is what we call, papasok yan sa plain view doctrine. Kapag sinira mo yung mga kwarto, sinira mo yung mga any enclosure glass, tapos kinuha mo yung mga property na yon, it will papasok yan sa fruits of the poisonous tree. Pag sinabi natin fruits of the poisonous tree, illegally obtained evidence or yung mga kinuha mo na ebidensya illegally, that is not allowed or is not admissible as evidence in court. Pero, of course, sa ibang bansa, meron tayong tinatawag na silver platter doctrine or silver plate rule. Ibig sabihin, illegally obtained evidence ay tinatanggap sa kanila. But then again, it's up to the judge or it's up to the jury whether or not to accept or bibigyan niya ng value yung property na binigay. Pero again, class, wala tayong silver platter doctrine dito sa Pilipinas. Ang meron lang tayo is the plain view doctrine and the fruits of the poisonous tree. Those illegally obtained evidence, hindi yan talaga tinatanggap totally. Then, tandaan niyo ang search warrant, di ba? Ang execution and validity of the search warrant is only within 10 days. After that, it is considered null and void. Void na yan. Ano yung gagawin mo kapag kukuha ka ng iba? Of course, kukuha ka na naman or magre-request ka na naman ng iba. Unlike sa warrant of arrest, ang warrant of arrest kasi, ang execution niya within 10 days, while ang lifespan or yung validity of the warrant of arrest, that is lifetime. Okay? So, then of course, ang elements of plain view doctrine class. Number 1, a prior valid intrusion based on the valid warrantless arrest in which the police are legally present in the course of their official duties. Ibig sabihin, ine-execute nila ang duty nila. Halimbawa, nag-execute sila ng search warrant. Second, the evidence was inadvertently discovered by the police who have the right where they are. Ibig sabihin, na-discover nila yung ebidensya na posibleng ginamit sa krimen or kung hindi man ginamit sa krimen, that is not allowed or that is considered illegal under the Philippine law. Then the evidence must be immediately apparent or nakikita mo agad. Ibig sabihin, with your own vision, nakita mo agad, that is plain view. Then number 4, plain view justify the seizure of the evidence any without further search. Yung sinabi ko, hindi ka naghalongkat, hindi ka nag-open ng mga door, hindi ka nag-open ng mga cabinet, papasok yan ngayon sa plain view doctrine. Ang tanong ngayon, pwede mo bang i-confiscate? Pwede mo bang dalhin yan sa korte? Ang sagot, that is yes. Okay? Kasi nga, that is plain view doctrine. Kasi hindi naman yan papasok sa fruits of the poisonous tree. Okay? So, yan. Then, of course, the right to information. Ibig sabihin, there is a right or we have the constitutional right to be informed or yung mga public concerns shall be recognized. Okay, ibig sabihin, kapag meron tayong hinaing, meron tayong mga pwedeng ibigay or pwedeng suggestion sa government natin, that is your right to information. Ibig sabihin, kung saan ginamit yung pera ng government, access to official records and documents, of course, mga transactions and so on, dapat that is transparent to the eyes or to the public. That is the right to information. Of course, except it is a public security when the public welfare demands it. Okay, so halimbawa, yung nare-request mo na document is, kumaga, hindi na siya pasok doon sa tinatawag natin or baka it will endanger the life or the property ng ating government. Okay, so ayan, expropriation, explain na natin ang expropriation. Okay, so of course, ang purpose class ng pagkuha ng mga private property for public use, for public benefits, for public safety, necessity, convenience of welfare of the animal. Ay, di ba, kahit kayo ng pamayari ng lupa na yan, but then again, may time na kukunin ng government yan. Baka patatayuan yan ng kalsada, patayuan yan ng hospital, patayuan ng paralan yan. Whether you like it or not, hindi ikaw yung namamayari niyan. Government pa rin. Kahit ikaw yung namamayari o ikaw yung nakalagay sa title, pwedeng kunin ng government yan. At wala kang magagawa kung kukunin nila yan. Kasi nga, meron silang tinatawag na power of eminent domain. To take private property, but of course, as much as possible, before nila kunin yan, babayaran ka nila with just compensation. kung ano yung price ng property ninyo sa market value na tinatawag natin, yun na rin yung ibabayad ng government. Hindi ka rin lugi. Okay, di ba class? So that is just compensation. Of course, yung bail, natapos na natin, di ba to, under the criminal procedure, so skip na natin. So, then of course, yung bail, of course, that is security given, di ba? So, proceed na tayo sa next. Okay, dito tayo mag-end class sa public trial para bukas tapusin natin ang part 2, konti lang naman ang natira. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin public trial class, ibig sabihin, it is defined as one held open or publicly. Ibig sabihin, class, anyone can access, kahit kayo pwede kayong pumunta sa korte para maging, of course, makinig or mag-witness ng trial and hearing. Okay, it is sufficient that the relatives and friends who want to watch the proceeding are given the opportunity to witness the proceeding. But as much as possible, you must behave in accordance yung proper etiquette. Huwag kayong mag-chismis sa loob. Huwag kayong mag-cellphone. Naka-off yan. So that is public trial. But then again, ang public trial class, pwede yang hindi masunod. Halimbawa, kapag ang kaso is very offensive to the decency or it is very confidential or it is very sensitive, halimbawa, rape case, then pwedeng i-order ng korte na walang pwedeng pumasok except sa lawyer. Okay? Except sa lawyer, except sa victims. Yun ang tinatawag natin na exemption to the public trial. But then again, general rule, all proceedings in court are open for public. Ibig sabihin, anyone can observe, anyone can witness the public. But of course, it's up to the request class or to the demand of the accused or to the demand of the witness when the subject or when the case is confidential or when the case is sensitive. That's the time hindi pwede pumasok ang mga spectators or yung mga magwi-witness lang sa proceedings or sa trial and hearing. Okay? So, ayan. So, it's already 8:30 class. So, bukas same time pa rin tayo. Okay? So, itatapusin natin ang human rights. Then after that, mag-proceed na tayo sa book 2. O, di ba? After that, after ng book 2, proceed na tayo sa LEA and of course sa ibang area. Madali na lang kasi ang LEA class. Unlike sa criminal law, kailangan natin talaga patatagin ang inyong foundation. Para pagdating sa iba, ready na kayo, di ba? Kaya that's why inuna ko ang correction at criminal law kasi tandem yung dalawa na to. Kapag magaling ka sa dalawa na to class, wala na. Kayang-kaya mo nang itap at ipasa ang board exam. Okay? So ang LEA, after ko ng criminal law class, magpupunta tayo sa LEA. Okay? After ng LEA, magre-request or meron kong ipapasok na lecturer class of course yung student ko na top-notcher, yung kakatap lang this August yung top 10. So ayan, of course meron na siyang nag-request na siya ng subject sa akin. So of course, siya yung mag-handle sa inyo sa forensic science. But then again, sa LEA kasi ang expertise ko talaga, so doon ko kayong babanatan. After ng law, tapos natin correction, LEA, then of course law, so tatlo. Then pag-proceed natin sa forensic siya, then CDI, ako na naman ang mag-handle sa inyo. Okay? So, ayan, thank you everyone for joining for tonight. Then bukas meron tayong second session. Okay, para sa human rights. Actually, konti lang talaga ang ng human rights. Pinahaba ko lang, di ba? Actually, mag-focus lang sana sa classification of rights, but gusto ko magkaroon tayo ng rationalization or merong question, tapos merong explanation. So, di ba, mas maganda kaysa naman yung plain lecture lang kasi maboboard kayo. Okay, so yun, ang tinatawag natin na quality over quantity. Okay, so yan. So, ayan, marami ba kayo na-learn tonight?